Hi, in this video we will do some examples for the cosine formula. Remember that we can find the cosine of the angle between two given vectors if we use this formula. Dot product of u and v in the numerator and then the product of their length in the denominator. That gives us the cosine of the angle between these two vectors. Okay, the first pair is 1, 2 and negative 2, 2. So we are trying to find the cosine of the theta, the angle between these two. Remember, we are not going to ask you in this course for the angle itself, just the cosine of the angle. Okay, that is equal to 1, 2 dot negative 2 and 2 over the length of 1, 2 times the length of negative 2 and 2. This gives us 1 times negative 2 plus 2 times 2. And then square 1 squared plus 2 squared, square root, that's the length of 1, 2. Then negative 2 squared plus 2 squared. Okay, this gives us negative 2 plus 4, and downstairs we have 1 plus 4 is 5, root 5 times 4 times 4 plus 4 is 8. So we have 2 over root 5 times root 8. You can write root 40 for that. You can do simplification, but I'm not going to ask you to do more simplification here. That is the cosine of the angle between these two vectors. How about this one, these two pair, this pair, these two vectors? Well, we have to find the dot product of the vectors first, then divided by their length. So let me first write the formula for that and then apply the formulas for each one. So this is 2 times negative 3, negative 1 times 0, 2 times 4. And this will give us 2 squared plus negative 1 squared plus 2 squared. And then over there, this is negative 3 squared plus 0 squared plus 4 squared. Okay, these are just formulas for dot product and length. So this is negative 6 plus 0 plus 8 over 2 squared is 4 plus 1 plus 4 is root 9. And the other one is 3 squared is 9 plus 16. This is 25. And then as you can see, the numerator is going to be 2. The denominator is going to be 3 times 5. So the cosine of the angle between these two vectors is 2 over 15. In the third example, the vectors are given in IJK notation. We can write them in the component form by, well, you know, the coefficient of I is the first component, coefficient of J is the second component, coefficient of K is the third. And for the second one, we don't have any I. That means that the coefficient of I vector is 0, 0, 2, and negative 1. Now we are looking for cosine of theta, the angle between these two. We have to find 2, 1, 3 dot product 0, 2, negative 1, and then divided by the product of their length. And this is 2 times 0 plus 1 times 2 plus 3 times negative 1. Downstairs we have 2 squared plus 1 squared plus 3 squared, 0 squared plus 2 squared plus negative 1 squared. Okay, so this gives us 0 plus 2 minus 3, and the denominator is 4 plus 1 plus 9, this is root 14, and 4 plus 1 is 5, and that gives us negative 1 over, so two roots multiply, you can multiply the inside and you get 14 times 5, which is 70. Negative 1 over root 70. Okay, in the last example, we have to first find the vectors u and v. So I have the end point and starting point of the line segment. So the vector equivalent to that would be a vector whose components are the components of the end point minus the starting point. So minus 1, negative 1 minus 1, 2 minus 0, and 2 minus 1. Okay, so that will give me what? Negative 2, 2, and 1. And for the other one, we have a 1, 1, 0, and then I'll do minus 1, minus negative 1, and minus 2. So that will give me 0, 2, and negative 2. Okay. Now we are looking for cosine theta. It will be u dot v, so negative 2, 2, 1 dot 0, 2, negative 2 over length of negative 2, 2, 1 times length of 0, 2, and negative 2. Yeah. So this way we have negative 2 times 0 and plus 2 times 2 plus 1 times negative 2. And the length of the vectors are negative 2 squared, 4, 2 squared, 4, and 1 squared is 1. 0 squared is 0, 2 squared is 4, and negative 4 squared is 4. So this way we have 4 minus 2. Well, the first one is 0, then 4 minus 2. This will be 2, and then root 9 and root 8. Okay, so that will give me, well, remember that root 8 is 2, root 2, and root 9 is 3. Oops. So that will give me 6 root 2, and then we can cancel 2 with one of those 2's in the denominator, and we get this number here as the cosine theta. Okay, so these were some examples for the cosine formula.